Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where we are currently, well, needing admin power. But what else is new? We're gonna tick on forward here. People are angry at us, again with the what else is new. We're going to just core here. From the bottom up, for things that give us overextension, we want to spend this admin power as quickly as possible and get this overextension dealt with, right? That is a high priority here. And we also want to get these conversions done, sure. That actually we need to be sorting by religious unity here. And we should get that done. Cool. What are we making right now? Only 12. I suppose rooting out corruption is going to be a lot. 38. I would have expected we'd be making more than this. Okay. That's intriguing. We could definitely cut our army maintenance down to about half here, though, and I think that's worth doing. We're probably only going to have internal problems. I don't expect that we're going to have major external threats right now, so it should be reasonably fine. Monetary reforms? Losing a stability for 2 inflation. Okay, so functionally, under some circumstances, this would be good. Functionally, this would end up costing us 180 to lose 180 admin power, right? To lose 2 inflation. Now, normally, it costs 78. This is not a good deal. 3 inflation there. Yikes. Yep. It's a big ol' yikes. So British Mexico enters into a military coalition against us. They've been doing this all game, and nobody's really... Has anyone actually declared a coalition war? I don't think they have. So it seems to be okay. We should get these cores going. And dubious spending practices, huh? Gaining 2 corruption? That's rough. But we're going to ditch our admin advisor. We have British Louisianan separatists. Rio de Prada entered into a military coalition against us. We expected that. That seems reasonably fine, and we do need an advisor here. Inflation reduction would be amazing. I think we're just going to go through this month without one, and we'll see what we get for the next, or to fill that slot, rather. Inflation reduction. Bam. Do it. Okay. Inflation reduction would be really, really good here. And yeah, that looks fantastic. Absolutely phenomenal. So we will continue to core these, of course. Why is this at 40 here? Well, I suppose that does make sense, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. So realistically, that's the one we should be coring right there. At this moment. This 32 for 4.97. Actually, it might be slightly more efficient to get this 3.73 for 24. Either way, we just want to be coring stuff. That is our primary goal right now. We are chilling. And we are coring. We did just grab a lot up here. Bribes are growing more accepted. Okay, that's very rude. So we gained half a point of corruption there. That's going to be expensive. We will continue to work on our religious unity here. Our religious unity is up over 70 now, so that's looking good. Looks like we do require a debate in Parliament. What do we want to go for here? Monthly autonomy change wouldn't be terrible. Missionary strength. National unrest? National unrest. Probably by the time this is ready to go, it won't matter. National diplomatic support looks good. Government reform progress? I don't like that. Ducats? No. Admin support? Absolutely not. Inflation? No thank you. We're probably not going to do too much of this right now. Yeah, I think for now we're not going to do too much of that. That debate is going to be going until at least 1722. So we're not super concerned about it, right? At this point, we may as well just go from top overextension down. Looking at these numbers, there's nothing, like, super expensive here. There's just a lot of it, right? There's a lot of things, and a lot of it is not a big deal. So we'll get this going as soon as we can next month. Beautiful. Charlatans in Spain sowing discontent. Yeah, that's to be expected. Let's check in on temples. Anything of note? Nope. Great temples. No. Workshops. Yes, actually. We can get that going, and we could certainly start building some of these town halls. Let's sort by cost here, and we'll go from cheapest to most expensive. So that will start dropping our governing capacity, right? That is something that we definitely do need to work on. No doubt about that. Coring is, of course, more important. Good thing we don't have to spend the same currency on it, right? Now, we're capped on our manpower, so I'm really not concerned about that. Where are we going to attack next? Probably down here. Portuguese Brazil, if they would ever leave the coalition against us, that's unlikely. But if they were ever to leave the coalition against us, we would love to fight them. Rio de Prata would also be an interesting option. Anybody down here, actually, we would fight if they weren't in the coalition. But now is, of course, not the time for such fights. What route is that going to take? Yeah, that seems fine. Now is not the time for such fights. We need to get this coring done. So that is all very, very important. We're currently gaining 9 admin power per month. I expected that to be 10. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's 9. Okay, sure. I guess that does make sense. Never mind. I was thinking this was a +3 advisor. Jackals. Vultures. Indeed. Peroria Separatists. Gotta watch out for those Peroria Separatists. Definitely. We're going to get another core going here. And most of our overextension is being cored right now. So we're barely positive in our national unrest. This is looking good, actually. This is looking really good. Our stability can come up a little bit. So we have a lot of headroom in our national unrest. We'll continue to get these cores going as swiftly as we possibly can. Spanish West Indies was building a spy network. I'm absolutely shocked about this. How could they? How could they? So we'll sort by cost here. Beautiful. And continue to work on some of that. We did finish a conversion, and we're still at 71%. That actually surprises me. There's a couple of cores finishing up, though, so our overextension is beginning to drop off. Beautiful. Of course, this isn't all we need. We've got all of this down here. This just doesn't cause us overextension. It will take a while to get all of that cored, and that's fine. So we'll work our way through this. More cores coming in. Beautiful. Canada was threatening our trade. Very rude, Canada. Can you not? British Mexico making claims on us. No shockers there. None of this is surprising, right? They're very upset at us. Very, very upset. And really, they should be. They have every right to be super upset at us. We have been jerks. Just completely destroying their plan to be jerks. Technically, that's what we've done here. We have destroyed Europe's plan to take over the world. And we'll continue doing that. That is absolutely the plan. Are we converting here? Province is under siege. Okay, that makes sense. So we're going to need to head up over here. 10 influence. Sure. Speaking of estates... No, we can't do this because we have rebel armies. Yeah, of course. Okay, additional separatists down over here. I'm going to send this army to deal with that. And these guys are actually taking attrition here. Let's move them out of there. I'm not used to taking attrition at this time, but sure. We'll get that coring. Beautiful. And then we've only got one more extension causing core here. Cool. And that's going to cost us 40 to get that cored. More cores finishing. And we can head up over here. We can now grab Diptech 25. That's solid. Trade efficiency plus 20% and yearly corruption reduction will save us a good amount of money. So I'm very pleased about that. Okay, I would like to continue to build town halls. That would be amazing. There we go. There's another core finishing. And we can get, at this point, this core going. So there we go. That's all of our overextension causing cores. Now we can sort by cost here and just work our way through this list. Cool. Sioux separatists down over here. We'll take care of those. No problem. Wait, who controls Galapagos? Portugal directly. Interesting. That's very interesting. So we'll see about doing something there. We have a lot more coring to do, of course. We're making 9 admin power per month, so it's going to be a bit yet. No doubt about that. We do need a good amount of admin power, but we've worked our way through about half of our overextension. So that's looking good, and we're getting all of these territorial cores. A disagreeing advisor, 25 dip power, or a spy master dies. Well, let's get rid of the spy master, to be honest. Let's tick forward so that we get a replacement for them. And continue to convert here. Okay, what do we got for our diplomatic advisor? Tariffs, diplomatic reputation, and colonial range. Are we making anything off of tariffs? No, literally nothing. I thought not. We'll go with this guy. He's cheap. Aztec particularists have risen up over here. We'll go deal with them. No problem. And we'll get additional cores going. Not necessarily the one I intended to grab there, but it'll do. It doesn't really matter. National unrest +2? What are we at for our national unrest now? We are at -3. So, I mean, we'll take the prestige hit, but we could have gone with the other if we'd wanted to. We are currently how far ahead of time in Miltech? 10 years? So that seems like a good time to grab corvettes then. Cool. Morale of navies, naval attrition, but that artillery combat ability would be amazing, and that discipline too. So that would be great. We'll get that as soon as we can. We'll get these cores underway. More cores are being made all the time, of course. And there's a fair amount of admin power still needed here, but we're making our way through this very quickly. So that's good. Spain was building a spy network. I'm shocked. Completely flummoxed that they would be doing this. We're going to build a couple of workshops and checking in on temples here. And checking in on great temples. No shockers that there's none of those to be made. Let's make a few town halls. Cool. We'll continue to make this core. And that's all looking great. Our governing cap is definitely improving. I was going to say increasing. That's not really how that works. How are we doing on our government reform? And what is our next government reform? Absolutism and constitutionalism? Okay. I mean, governing cap +250 would be really good. We may just go with l'état c'est moi. That might be what we do. Probably, to be honest. We can also start working on annexation, and I think that's a good idea. We can start working on annexing you. And we can start annexing you. Beautiful. So we'll get those going. We've also got these guys here that we could start improving relations with. I'm not planning on going to war or anything for a while, so we probably won't need a diplomat for a bit. So I think this is okay. We'll get these annexations done. Are we losing diplomatic power right now? Actually, we're still gaining 5 per month. Not bad. Not bad at all. Additional separatists out over here? No shockers there. I guess we need to head over to Ho Chunk. I thought that we had that handled, but no, we don't. Can we go up here? No, we don't have military access. That's fine. Cool. Additional cores coming in. We're nearly through all of our coring. But we're starting to get into the more expensive stuff. So that's noted. We can get this core going at this point. Beautiful. More separatists out over here. Sure. Not a major problem. We can eliminate them very easily. These guys are standing somewhere generating attrition. We're going to move on out of there. And yeah, they occupy this area, but we occupy their skulls. So that's perfect. We're going to continue to core. Birthplace of the Revolution. Wait a second. The Revolution just spawned in Britain. Okay, that's interesting. We'll see what happens with that. I mean, Britain is kind of tremendously weak compared to what they should be. Oh, wow. Look at Austria's complete and total lack of manpower. Have fun with that, Austria. How are the Ottomans doing? They're giga strong. And they're hostile to us. They want some of our provinces. In fact, a lot of our provinces. So the Ottomans are thinking about becoming colonial? I mean, Russia also wants some of our provinces. Do we think they're actually going to make a move on that? We're over our land force limit right now. Okay. I was going to make the argument that we should expand our army to both appear stronger and to use some of this manpower that we're currently capped with. But with us being at our manpower cap, or rather, not our manpower cap, our land force limit, that may not be the best of ideas. What do we do if one of these guys declares on us? Cry? Probably. I mean, we're same Miltech. We're on par with them in Miltech. So maybe we can leverage the fact that they have to land and transport over the sea and fight them off. It's a possibility, especially with the Ottomans currently only having 48,000 manpower. They're currently involved in a war. That'll keep them busy. Russia's involved in a war too. That won't keep them busy. So maybe Russia is the bigger threat to us right now. I don't know. To a certain degree, I'm feeling we'll cross that bridge when we get there, knowing that it's a potential threat. I mean, those nations are far less likely to come after us, right? Especially with Portuguese Cascadia up here. We can't really resist them on the seas. Speaking of which, I do want to spend some money here. We've built up a fair amount of that. So let's check in on workshops. There are 2 that we'll build. And temples, yeah, that's all fine. From there, we'll build town halls. Eventually, we'll get all of our town halls built. There's a number left. Wait, where are these guys at? Rebels that are occupying things? They're down here. Okay. Let's go deal with those. I was slightly distracted by the prospect of being invaded by Russia or the Ottomans. But yeah, largely I think... Ooh, the game suddenly got very laggy on these day ticks. There must be something big going on. Austria's at war. Ottomans are in the same war. Russia ended their war. Spain is fighting in Africa. Not sure what exactly happened there, but sure, we'll Royal Marry here. Core provinces coming in. Beautiful. We're at 0 overextension now, of course. Okay, so next month, Tick, we're going to be able to make this core. That is definitely something that we want to do. Culturally, do we accept American culture? We've got quite a bit going up over this way. What are we at for this? Anyway, we can promote another culture, and really it should be Brazilian. It really, really should be Brazilian. That's 18%. That's actually our largest culture type. So yeah, we will promote Brazilian culture. Beautiful. More heretics converting and more cores being made. That's, of course, great. The Treason Act just passed. Okay, I didn't anticipate that happening. I didn't realize it was already up. And we put basically no effort into passing it. Cool. So that seems absolutely fine. That was lucky. I'm surprised they didn't just close the debate, to be honest. We rolled well there, I guess. But yeah, I just didn't look at that. I should have. But I didn't. So we're going to need to make all of these into full cores eventually, right? That's going to also be expensive in terms of admin power, but we'll need governing cap for it. Now, we'll get governing cap here pretty soon. When is our next reform? 5 years. Allegedly. Wait, we can make a... I know we can make a state, but it's telling us that? Oh, 1474. Right, we just finished up that big batch of courthouses, didn't we? Or rather, town halls. We'll get a few more going, and we'll make some of these into states. until this goes away. It'll go away when making the state would bring us up over our governing cap. We actually made a number of states there. How many more can we make? There are a few. None down here. But we certainly could. And are we going to do that? They're not cored. Yeah, we need to have these cores actually happen. So I do want to finish off these last couple of overextension causing ones. A missionary is working in both of these. Okay, we'll save it up for now. There's another core finishing. Too few seats in Parliament. We can give... That already has one. We can give a seat in Parliament here and a seat in Parliament here. Beautiful. I'm sure they will serve us very well. Okay. So we're going to get these cores done soon enough. We do have a number more cores underway. So both of these will be done in a few years, actually. That's pretty lengthy, but we'll get there. So if that's the case, we should be working on these full cores, if it's going to take that long. Cool. So there's that all underway. We can purchase an ability at this time. What do we even want here? Artillery versus fort? I mean, we don't do that much fort sieging, to be honest. Artillery damage from back row is probably what we want here. So that'll be great. Additional cores are finishing, of course, and we'll get this cored up. We do need to continue to work on our town halls. And so we shall after the autosave. There we go. Beautiful. We're definitely making our way through this. So that's looking great. We gained 22,000 manpower. We're over cap. So, sure. We have a couple of revolts spawning here, and we should deal with both of these. We're going to head up here like so. And oh, that's convenient. Right there. Beautiful. We'll get this core done next. Let that autonomy tick down. Beautiful. Complaints about an official, huh? I don't want to lose the stability right now. So we'll hold off on that. How are we doing over here? Can we seize land yet? Once we have our rebels gone, yeah. So that would be fine. We can make a state here. Do it. Beautiful. There's a conversion successful. I don't believe that was one of these two. Yeah. They're both Anglican. Awkward. Very awkward indeed. Integration is a slow process. There we go. So these guys are down here. We're probably just going to disband them. Okay. I do want to make this into a core. There we go. So that integration is complete. And next we're going to work over here. We're going to improve relations there. Beautiful. How many vassals do we have? Just the 3? Okay, so this is underway. I like it. We'll core here. We've got a couple more full cores to make, and these 2 territorial cores, of course. Cahokia Separatists, we'll get those dealt with. No problem. And yeah, these aren't going to be done for over a year at this point, so that's fine. We'll just deprioritize them, and we'll put the admin power to work on these full cores. No big deal. We're under our governing cap, which is always a good sign. How much are we making right now? It feels like a lot. 151? Ottomans proclaim themselves the economic hegemon. Okay, fair enough. As long as they don't attack us, we're okay with it. Like, whatever you want to do, Ottomans. We only have designs on the New World right now, to be clear. We are not looking to invade Europe. We're not going for the Sunset Invasion achievement. We don't even have achievements enabled, so it's fine. Separatists are up over here. We'll go after them. Beautiful. And we'll make this core soon enough. And then all of our admin power will go to this for the time being. Yeah, that'll be fine. No problem there. We have too few seats in Parliament again, and we're going to need to grant a seat in Parliament somewhere. Here we go. That looks good. Beautiful. And we'll make that core. We can now make this into a full state as well. And so we shall. 35. Okay. Sounds good. These will get cored soon enough. We're doing pretty well on our governing cap, all things considered. We've been able to reduce our governing cap usages quite a lot, and we can reduce it a fair amount more. So yeah, that all looks good. I'm relatively happy with how this is going. How are we doing here now? We are 5 years ahead of time. Okay, let's grab Morale of Navies here. But we're now going to start saving up for Miltech 26. We'll get that core going. Beautiful. We can make another state up over here. And that, of course, means more cores. Beautiful. We need another seat in Parliament as well. Cool. Okay. So we need admin power, of course, more than anything, but we're definitely making good progress on our religious unity. We're up to 75% there. We're starting to get into the less efficient stuff down this way, but that's fine. That's not a big deal. Half a point of corruption? That's fine. We can pay that down. Not a big deal. We'll continue to core these and get another conversion going. Wonderful. And with that, it is about time to put a cut in here. I'm going to build these town halls first, but you can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadowwolf, MLohan80, Rogue Corvid, Kentogan, Andy Magar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.